You have heard of the genius behind EOMC2, the man who unlocked the mysteries of time, space, and energy. But behind the wild hair and the chalkboard equations was a man with a deep heart, a man who stood for peace, justice, and kindness, even when it meant standing alone. This is the human story of Albert Einstein. Albert was a quiet child. He spoke late, learned slowly, and was often misunderstood by his teachers. They called him lazy. They said he wouldn't amount to much. But Albert saw the world differently. He asked questions no one else thought to ask. What is light? What is time? What if we could ride a beam of light through space? Years later, those questions became theories. And those theories changed the world. In 1921, he won the Nobel Prize. His name became legend. But Albert never chased fame. He once said, "Try not to become a man of success, but rather a man of value." But as a Jewish scientist, Einstein's life was in danger. In the 1930s, a dark shadow rose over Germany. Books were burned, science was silenced, and so Albert left the country he loved. Einstein came to America, and while others stayed silent, he spoke, not just about physics, but about humanity. He stood beside civil rights leaders. He denounced segregation, and when world-famous black singer Marian Anderson was denied a hotel room in Princeton, Albert didn't write a protest. He simply opened his own home and said, "You stay with me." When the Nazis began developing atomic weapons, Einstein signed a letter urging the US to start its own research, a letter that helped begin the Manhattan Project. But when Hiroshima was destroyed, Einstein was devastated. He spent the rest of his life warning the world about the dangers of war and nuclear power. He said, "The unleashed power of the atom has changed everything except our thinking." He was offered the presidency of Israel. He turned it down. He said, "I am not a politician. I am a man of principle." Albert Einstein once said, "Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile." Until his final breath, Einstein wrote letters, gave lectures, and shared his voice, not for attention, but for peace. He gave us more than theories. He gave us an example of what it means to live with compassion, courage, and purpose. Genius is rare. Goodness is rarer. So, subscribe for more stories that inspire.